Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about the law of cosines. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now for the law of cosines class, you can only apply this one if you have given two sides and the included angle. We call this one the SAS case. Or you can also apply the law of cosines if you have given three sides, and we call this one the SSS case. So we will have two examples class for you to really understand with regards to the law of cosines. So let's start with number 1, find side A. So we have given side AB, that's 8, side AC, that's 5, and we have given angle A, that's 130 degrees. So once again, the angle is in between the two sides. Now before we find side A, we need to know the formula. So we have given formula that would be A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC multiplied by cosine A. We also have the formula for B and the formula for C. Now, if you're looking for side A or angle A, you will be using the first formula. Once again, class, if you're looking for side A or angle A, use the first formula. If you're looking for side B or angle B, you will be using the second formula. If you're looking for side C or angle C, you will be using the third formula. Once again, class, these small letters A, B, C represents for the sides. Capital letters A, B, C represents for the angle. So since we're looking for side A, small a, therefore we will be using the first formula to find side A. Alright, but before we find side A, before we use the formula, we need to locate where is side A, where is side B, and where is side C. Now, if this is your angle A, opposite of this angle A, that would be your side A. Once again, opposite of your angle A, that would be your side A. Opposite of your angle B, so this is our angle B. Opposite of this angle B, that would be your side B. So B is equals to 5. Once again, 5 equals B. It's just the same with B equals 5. So therefore, our side B is 5. Opposite of this angle C, so this will be our angle C. Opposite of this angle C, that would be your side C. Alright, so C is equals to 8. So we're told to find side A. So once again, we use the first formula. So copy first the formula. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC multiplied by cosine A. Alright, so copy A squared. We're looking for A. Copy A squared. We don't have the value of A. Simply copy. So the value of B, that's 5. So 5, then copy squared. Plus, once again, class, substitute the value. So C is 8. So copy 8. Then squared. Minus, once again, if you have B, C close to each other, it means multiplication. If you have variables close to each other, class, it means multiplication. So that would be 2 times B times C. So 2 times, our B is 5, times 5. And our C is 8, so times 8. Then, open parenthesis, cosine, our angle A. Once again, capital letter, that's angle. Our angle A, that's 130 degrees. Close parenthesis. Alright, and then you simplify. So, copy A squared equals, so 5 squared, it means 5 times 5. Once again, kasi it doesn't mean 5 times 2. It means 5 times 5. So, 5 times 5, that's 25. Plus 8 times 8, that's 64. Then copy minus sign, then you multiply this one. So 2 times 5 times 8. So 2 times 5, that's 10, times 8, that is 80. Then get the value of cosine 130 degrees. So cosine 130 degrees. So use your calculator, cosine 130 degrees, close parenthesis. So this will be negative 0.64278. So this is negative 0.64278. So we need to have 4 decimal places, class, so that our answer will be near to the exact value. So once again, 4 decimal places. Unless it's our final answer, we need to have 2 decimal places. But since this is not yet our final answer, we need to have 4 decimal places so that our answer will be near to the exact value, class, of the final answer. So negative 0.64278. So we need to round up. After 7, that's 8. So this will be negative 0.6428. Alright, so this will be negative 0.6428. Cosine 130 degrees, that's negative 0.6428. Alright, so next step, you combine this one. you add. So do not combine this one with 80 because it's multiplication. So therefore, we just simply add this one, 25 plus 64, that's 89. Once again, class, you cannot combine 80 with these numbers because 80 has multiplication. Multiplication comes first. But since we can combine these terms, 25 plus 64, we can combine this one. So 25 plus 64, that's 89. Then we need to multiply this one, class. Simply multiply. So negative 80 times negative 0.624. So you multiply this one. So use your calculator, negative 80. Once again, negative times negative, our answer, class, will be positive. So negative 80 times negative 0.6428. And you will have, so press this one, SD and then decimal. Once again, if you have calculator, same with me. So if you have fractions, just press this one, class. Above this delete, it means standard and decimal. So you will have 51.424. So positive 51.424. So this will be plus 51.424. Once again, combine 25 plus 64, that's 89. Then you multiply negative 80 times negative 0.6428. And you will have 51.424. That would be positive. Negative times negative is positive. Then you add this one. So 89 plus 51.424. So you will have 140.424. So a squared equals 140.424. Alright, and to get the value of a, you extract square root both sides so that we can cancel this exponent too. Extract square root both sides. So the square root of 140.424 equals sign. So you will have 11.85. Since this is our final answer, we need to have two decimal places, nearest hundreds. So 11.85 after 5, that is 0. So this will be 85. Simply round down, simply copy 5. So our answer for A, so A is equals to 11.85 after 5, that is 0. So we have 11.850 after 5, that is 0. So copy 11.85. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer for A. 11.85. Alright, so once again, class, you can answer this one directly on the calculator. Alright, so let me teach you, class, how to use the calculator in answering this one directly. Once again, we copy the formula, and then we get the square root of A so that we can get the value of A. Once again, class, answering this one using the calculator directly. Alright, so square root, get the square root of A, square root of A. So cancel this out, and our A is equal to, so simply use this one in the calculator. Once again, get the square root of A and press this one on the calculator. So the square root of, 5 squared, so 5 then squared. Alright, so 5 squared plus 8 squared minus, then do not forget parentheses because it's multiplication. 2 times 5 times 8, it's multiplication. 2 times 5 times 8. So parentheses 2, close parentheses, open parentheses times 5, close parentheses, open parentheses times 8, and then open parentheses again, cosine 130 degrees. Alright, and then close parentheses. So you need to have two close parentheses, class, because you have open parentheses near cosine and you have another open parentheses after cosine near 130 degrees. So you need to have two close parentheses because if it's only one close parentheses, class, you will have math error. Once again, class, using the calculator, you will have math error if you only have one close parentheses. You try this one, class. You press equal sign. Of course, syntax error. You need to have two close parentheses. Let's go back. So another close parenthesis. Okay, let me just delete this one. Another close parenthesis. So you will have two close parentheses. Alright, then equal sign. There you have it, class. You will have the same answer. 11.85. 11.85. Same answer, class. Alright, so once again, class, be careful with that one a while ago. Using the calculator, you need to have 2 close parentheses on the last part. So I hope you got that one, class. Because you have 2 open parentheses near cosine and near 130 degrees. 2 open parentheses, therefore you need to have 2 close parentheses. Alright, so if you only have 1 close parentheses, of course, you will have math error. Syntax error. So go back, put another parenthesis, and you will have the answer 11.85. That's it, class, for number 1. So let's try number 2. Given 3 sides. Alright, so number 2. Number 2, we're told to find angle C. So first thing that we need to do is we need to locate where is side A, where is side B, and where is side C. Once again, we have given 3 sides. Now, if this is your angle C, opposite of this angle C, that would be your side C. Once again, this is our angle C, opposite of this angle C, that would be your side C. Alright, so C is equals to 8. Opposite of this angle A, that would be your side A. Small a. Alright, so our A is 3, and opposite of this angle B, that would be your side B. So our B is equals to 7. Once again, we're told to find angle C. We're told to find this angle, class. Alright, so we have given side A, that's 3. Side B, that's 7. Side C, that's 8. Since we're looking for angle C, we will be using the third formula. Once again, looking for angle C, we need to use the third formula because this is angle C. Alright, so simply write the formula, C squared, or we can just simply substitute, class, because we already have the formula here. So, C squared, our C is 8, so 8 squared equals, once again, our C is 8, so 8 squared equals, our A is 3, so 3 squared, plus our B is 7, 7 squared, minus 2, once again, it means multiplication, A times B. So, our A is 3, so 2 times 3, then our B is 7, times 7, then multiplied by cosine C, capital C. Alright, so simplify this one, 8 squared, it means 8 times 8. So 8 times 8, that is 64, equals 3 times 3, that's 9, plus 7 times 7, that's 49. Then copy minus sign, you multiply this one, 2 times 3, what's the answer, class? 2 times 3, that's correct, that's 6 times 7, that is 42. 6 times 7, that's 42. Then copy cosine C. Alright, so you can just simply copy cosine C because 42 times cosine C, that would be 42 cosine C. Alright, and then we can combine this one, combine like terms. So copy 64 equals 9 plus 49. What's the answer, class? That's correct, that is 58 minus 42, then cosine C. Once again, class, do not combine 58 minus 42 because this 42 contains cosine C. Therefore, the thing that we will do is we need to transpose 58 from right to left. Once again, transpose 58 from right to left. You can do subtraction property of equality. You can subtract both sides by 58. You can do that. Okay, subtract both sides by 58 to cancel this one. And 64 minus 58, that is 6. Okay, you can do that one, class. 64 minus 58, that is 6, then equals to negative 42, then cosine C. You can do that, but once again, class, most of the students, they are so confused with these properties of equality. So the thing that you will do, class, for you not to be confused, simply transpose this 58 from right to left. Alright, transpose 58 from right to left. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. So this will be 64. This is positive 58. It will be negative 58. Copy equal sign. Then negative 42 cosine C. Alright, so 64 minus 58. What's the answer, class? 64 minus 58, that is 6. So 6, you will have the same answer a while ago. So 6 equals negative 42 cosine C. So 6 equals negative 42 cosine C. So, to get the value of C, you divide both sides by negative 42. Divide by negative 42. So, you can cancel this out. So, 6 divided by negative 42. Let's use the calculator. 6 divided by negative... Okay, 6 divided by negative 42. Alright, so you will have negative 0.1428. After 8, that's 5. So this will be negative 0.1429. So once again, class, we need to have 4 decimal places. Unless it is our final answer, we need to have 2 decimal places. Since this is not our final answer, we need to have 4 decimal places so that our answer will be near to the exact value. Alright, so 6 divided by negative 42, this will be negative 0.14285. Once again, 6 divided by negative 42, you will have negative 0.14285. So once again, 4 decimal places after 8, that's 5, so we need to round up. This will be negative 0.1429. Alright, and then equals cosine C. Inverse cosine to get the value of C. Okay, you can actually divide both sides by cosine. Divide both sides by cosine. You can cancel this out. And then you put cosine on the top. Once you put this cosine on the top, class, it will be inverse cosine. Once again, once you put this cosine on the top, it will be inverse cosine. So that would be inverse. We don't have enough space, class. Let me just erase this part. Okay, let me just erase this part, class. Alright, once you put this cosine on the top, this will be cosine inverse, cosine raised to the power of negative 1. Then copy negative 0.1429 equals C. So press this one in the calculator. So shift, then cosine. So that would be cosine raised to the power of negative 1. Then negative 0.1429, close parenthesis. Do not forget, class, the negative sign, negative 0.1429 equals sign. So you will have 98.215. So we need to have 2 decimal places for our final answer. After 1, that's 5, we need to round up. This will be 98.22. Once again, 98.215. After 1, that's 5, we need to round up. This will be 98.22 equals angle C. And do not forget the degrees, class. That's it, class. All set for angle C. Angle C, this one, is 98.22 degrees. So in finding angle B and angle A, you can do that. So simply use the formula. That's it, class. That's how you find angle C. So I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. You have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.